All right, we'll get it started in 3, 2, 1. What's up, man? It is Rambo Fame, and I'm here with the beautiful Adeana on the OffTheShelf podcast. First episode. We'll get right into it with everybody, and let's see what we doing, man. So, how you feeling? Let's start here. Let's introduce ourselves perfectly.
That part.
I think that's the biggest thing.
Okay. Perfectly. So, ladies first, correct?
Yeah, of course. Come on now. You know, I may come off as a jerk, but I'm not.
Okay. Well, that's still debatable.
Okay.
But nah. Okay. So, of course, my name is Adeana Berry. I am here with Rambo, of course. We've come together. I am a creative artist, entrepreneur, however you want to call it.
That's dope. No, that was hard. I like that.
I am from the area. Recently, been back for about 4 years now. Spent a good decade and some change in Atlanta, gaining some experience from there, between different opportunities, whether it's going to college and getting my degree in graphic design from SCAD, and then working for a company and getting in the art realm out there, doing some projects for different clients, having the opportunity to paint I did a painting that I presented to Zaytoven during the Super Bowl. I've also done a painting for a retiree gift for the CEO of Chick-fil-A the other year.
That's dope. You added more accolades.
Yes,
now.
I'm adding.
We didn't talk about this on the phone, but go ahead. You added more. But go ahead.
But no, I mean, I've worked my way through networking and actually getting, acquainted in that realm of how to work that out. So since I've been back here, I've been kind of quiet. Like I'm a part of a handful of different nonprofits and things, but I kind of keep my conversations behind the scenes, and I'm joining you on this to co-host to bring that to the forefront.
Yeah. Explain more on the nonprofits, though. I think that's a big thing too for you.
The nonprofit is a big thing for me. I grew up watching my mom participate in them, being in her career. But I've learned to value them and how important they are for our community and like our generation. Okay. I think it's important that we help and give back. It's kind of like a trade-off that comes with having an abundant mindset and being abundant in general. Like you have to learn to give and receive, and to whom much is given, much is expected.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. And what would you say you're working on right now?
Right now, this.
You can't forget the 30 for 34.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
You did.
So
you gotta pop it. We gotta pop it. This is what we doing now.
Man, you put me back on the spot. It was easier when I did the first time. We're not gonna act like this is the redo, but nah. In addition to that, I do curate a few art opportunities and events that go on. Next year I'll be working on the third time of my involvement with the Artists of Color event. That's kind of a big deal. That's usually from January, February. And then earlier this year, I did a 30 for 34, where I did 30 pieces for my 34th birthday and had them up on display. And I did those pieces in about 2 months, which is a big stretch. I know it ain't nothing to you because you crank out a whole project in 2 days. But for me, that took a lot of dedication and commitment and consistency on my own. And so from there, I'm just continuing to work on that.
There we go. I like that. Yeah. Accolades behind it. Let's we clocking it, ladies. We clocking it.
And that's how we cross paths. So
yeah, we're gonna get into that. Again, I'm Rambo Fame. I am your host. Your vibe setter, clothing line owner. Yeah, shot. We no lie, like we literally.
It just happened by mistake.
Yeah, this was like I was moving fast, so yeah, this was like a and go. But now, oh man, a father. I think a lot of people don't know that. I'm a corporate man at a what is it? I think it's a 4,500 company. Yeah. Car builder, musician, former athlete. So we say all this and give all these accolades for me to express what our topic is today, and it's the qualifications for certain things. I think a lot of people don't know what it takes to qualify to be in certain positions. I wanted to say this. Remember my post on Facebook that day?
Which one?
About
like you don't have a
No, this was the funniest one though. You had sent it to me.
Oh, yeah.
So I do feel like there should be qualifications for opportunities that are presented and set for us as creators now. Yeah. I don't think that it should be just free fall. Everybody, just because they said something, they get an opportunity to be on a podcast, or they get to be on have an opportunity to be on a forum, any type of forum that's, promoting them in some kind of way. Not saying that you don't need promotion if you are doing something, but what I am saying is that, like, sometimes everybody don't need to be on the podcast and just talk.
Okay, fair.
Because they say right now the podcast market is oversaturated.
Everybody's got something to say. Everybody's got an opinion on something, and when someone puts their opinion out, that yields more opinions.
Is it validated though? And what qualifies it to be validated?
No.
Of course, it's an opinion, but what I'm saying is, sometimes do you think that when you hear like certain conversational pieces on podcasts that they are kind of misled because probably you don't know the full details of it? That's what I don't like.
I think that just comes from learning on how to articulate and communicate and being a good storyteller.
Right.
Like having that skill set. Yeah, everybody doesn't have that skill set. We're all capable of talking. Even in what we're talking, I have to be mindful of making sure that I'm not rambling, that I'm saying something as if I'm speaking to someone for the first time ever. Yeah. So a lot of times, it's become more lately these conversations that are having via podcast with very little story.
Like, prime example, if we had an artist come on here. Now, granted, art is a different, perspective. It can be perceived in many kind of ways.
Absolutely.
But if they come on a podcast and they talk about a technique, let's say that. This is where I kind of got this question from. They try to tell you about a technique, and they say the technique or the instructions of how to do the technique completely wrong. There's no education behind it. That's what I'm saying. A lot of the podcasts are a problem for, or not even podcasts, just people speaking in places that they don't fit. Let's just say, I'm gonna be clear, speaking where they don't fit. And I've seen this. I'm wrong. I got a point. I know.
No. I'm not saying that quality isn't necessary. Quality over quantity for sure. So when you talk about being oversaturated, it's going to be a higher quantity of podcasts, but not all podcasts are going to be successful. I just think it's also still valuable to try and fail, or to try and learn, or try and get constructive criticism.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
We can go there.
If you want to talk about constructive criticism and in terms of getting better and improving.
But do you think that what we've seen in this market, I'm just gonna be honest, I'm not here to argue and bicker with nobody. I just like to tell the truth. Honestly, I feel like a lot of the podcasts that's in the AUG area are just there, and they're having the wrong type of guests. That is what's creating the bad algorithm for podcasts now.
I don't know if I would say that. I don't know if I've done enough research to fully agree with you on
the
that.
one I was talking about.
No names. I ain't
gonna say no names. The one I was talking about that day. And remember
but you're talking about one episode from something.
No, I'm not saying. Yeah, I'm not.
That's what I'm saying. Like, one, you can have an off episode or whatever. It's no different when you make songs. Every song's a hit, or do you have some songs eventually?
It has potential to be, because I made
we need to rework this.
But wait, let me say that.
I'm just saying, I go back and tweak paintings. So.
I get that, but what I'm saying is like, okay, prime example. Let's say we have a guest up here that the public doesn't like.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say nobody.
You're just saying they have like a ill reputation with the people.
And what that does, remember we had this conversation. We talk all the time, guys. So I'm gonna give you the heads up. So the instance where I asked you to help me out with an idea for my cover, and he was like, "Yo, my brand." Do we feel like we cross those paths, and then sometimes we don't pay attention to it because we feel it could be lucrative, or the content? You see what I'm saying? I've been noticing that too. A lot of people are doing things just for the content, i.e.
Yes. Yeah. No, you're right. But like, even from scrolling through TikTok, I'm not even gonna lie, like lately the algorithm has been very like, everyone needs to create. And I know that it's still important to find like the right balance.
But know what you're creating and learn a little bit about it before you just dive in.
No, these people just out here winging it and trying to figure it out.
There we go.
But you got to start somewhere.
No, and I definitely agree.
Like, consider it preschool, like when the kids draw and stuff.
It's levels.
It's going to look like anything, but you have to encourage them to keep going, because if you don't, they don't learn to kind of reinvent what they already have, or find the confidence in what you have and then build from it.
So I like the fact that we say levels, right?
Yeah. Where you going with this, Rambo?
No, that's gonna be your soundbite. Where we going with this, Rambo?
Just saying.
What would you say if someone had a critique to say, like, well, what qualifies her to be on the podcast?
As far as me, like, if someone asked,
if somebody asks that, like, point blank.
For me, I'm not really wrapped up in being concerned about looking for the external validation. I know I'm doing this one to get out of my shell and get out of my bubble. I know, like I said, I have a lot of conversations with a lot of different people. I'm a conversationalist, to say the least.
I can really agree.
You know what I'm saying?
You probably have a lot of conversations.
I do, and it comes from looking at things differently, having alternative perspectives, like having different experiences and being able to exchange and share that with the intent of like everything getting better or improving or growing. Like, I'm not some ill-willed, evil person when it comes to that. So for me, even when I do my art, I do it because I enjoy it. Like, this is something like, okay, we already enjoy these conversations, or I have conversations with other people, and it's gotten to the point where if I'm not being paid to be somebody's therapist, then I might as well make a way for myself that, could find my way into where I can find my voice in this. Like, I had to find my voice when it came to being a part of these nonprofits. And so now it's like finding my voice just on my own and getting outside of this identity of just being an artist and being quiet or only speaking when I'm talking about my art or saying something goofy on social media here and there.
Right. So I will say this, and this is just to give you your flowers too in this aspect. I think that what I really learned about you over our time of communicating and learning about each other and learning the different things that we appreciate. I've noticed that you will do this on a drop of a dime, and this is what made me know that you were fit for this space. Your research. We'll be on the phone, y'all. I ain't even talking to you now. I'm talking to the artist. We'll be on the phone, and I'll say, yeah, I think such and such wrote that album, and then they had it this way. She'll go and actually go and be on the phone with you and looking up the research to say, well, no, it says here. And I'm like, oh, God, man, you're missing my point. But the research of correcting people, I love that from you.
It's not a correction.
No, I'm not saying that that's what you are doing it for. It's the clarity. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. The clarity that she gives in conversation is why people talk to you. And I think that why you are fit to be in the podcast space.
Got you. I strive myself in focusing on effective communication.
Yeah, that's
not to say that like I don't get emotional and crash out. I'm still human, very much. But I'll catch myself.
Yeah, I was about to say I ain't never seen you crash out. Yeah, I seen you kind of get a little elevated, but
I'll reel it back in real quick. Like, and it's not even that deep.
Yeah.
Pick and choose your battles, people. Pick and choose your battles. Yeah. It's just not that deep.
And I would say that you've helped me in a lot of aspects too, of the fact of like with different scenarios that I may be approached with, or I may come to you and be like, yo, why would somebody do this, or why did they do this, or why? And you'd be like, yo, like,
that's a them problem.
Yeah.
Like, if someone talks to you crazy, that's how they talk to themselves. It's actually just learning to be more compassionate for people. I wouldn't say that necessarily makes me a people person all the time, but when you realize that a lot of times the way people address you and check you, it's pattern recognition, and then it's that's what they're used to. So they might have it misconstrued, but you kind of have to just trust that it's gonna sort itself out. Right.
Another conversation I wanted to talk about. What do you feel about? Have you been out to see the film Him yet?
I have not.
Are you going to?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I love Marlon.
Well, hold on. Let's stop right there.
Okay.
Right? I'm tired of the harsh reviews. We have this conversation all the time, so let's go ahead and pop it on. Let's get right to it.
Let's go.
I'm tired of the harsh reviews of black art, black creators, black creatives. The reason why I say that is because I feel like it don't even be other races that critique us strongly.
It be our own people.
It be our own people. And you know what? I can't say that.
Is it not ingrained in us that way though?
That's what I was about to see. I was about to go there, but I was like,
you saw the mirror.
I was about to go there, but I was like, I didn't want to say that, and then it'd be like, whoa.
No, because it's true though. Like,
you said it way better.
Everything. I don't know what you're about to say, but yes, it is because everything when we're taught from when we're young, like you've said that to me before too, about. Well, my mom told me, like, you're a black male and you got to work hard and do all this. I mean, they put the same pressures on us as women. Don't focus on these men. Don't do this. So we do project that back outwardly to our own culture when we're like, we don't know how to just let people enjoy themselves and just try and fail. Literally, just try and fail.
But
not to say that him is a try and fail situation.
No,
that's
I think it's gonna be a great picture. I haven't seen it yet.
Intellectual thing.
But what I will say is that I feel like have you ever been pushed to do something and it'd be like, it didn't, as soon as it don't go how they've envisioned it.
Yeah.
I think that's our problem.
Yeah, people don't like being bad at something when you start it.
Right. And I ain't gonna lie, I think that's the growth of it.
It is.
That's
You're
the
not
growth
going to
of
be
it.
good at first. Not always.
I think this is a teachable moment. You just said that. That's really good. All the kids that are watching the podcast or youth that's watching the podcast.
Adults too.
Yeah.
I don't even know why you going for kids.
I should not be telling adults.
I'm speaking to my peers.
Okay. Well, to our peers too. The starting is the hardest part. If you never start, you'll never know what direction it could or possibly. You could probably make something groundbreaking, or change something, or change the outcome of something,
or at least learn something.
Yeah. The first step is starting. Let's just say that. I'm gonna get that tatted on me. The first step is starting. Yeah. I've crashed and burned on a lot of activities and things that I should have been doing. And
same.
I discouraged myself. I was I self-sabotage.
Yeah.
We got to stop doing that as a culture. You know how many times I started the brand? Heads up. Let me give a little fun fact.
Yeah.
So the first tattoo on my head, is the TUS side, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the T. I don't know which one.
I don't either.
So this was my first brand, and the brand was called This Is Us. And the brand was more basically geared to promoting black positivity, black excellence, black power, I should say. And I ended up letting the LLC go. And now that I look back, now we need that. We need a brand that speaks directly to us, for us. So not like FUBU, I'm sorry, but in a sense where it's like a positive imagery of us, not the negative. I hate that fact that we call our clothing urban wear, streetwear. Yeah. No, it's just it's my clothing. I call it a comfort luxury line. I feel comfortable wearing my clothes. Shout out Loners Lane, fortheloners.com. But I feel like that's the best thing about it. Like starting and becoming something, we have to. The first step is starting. I just feel like that's what we got to do. Don't discourage yourself and don't self-sabotage. But yeah, I think that's what we do, and I hope that the film is good. Shout out Marlon Wayans again. I'm a big Marlon Wayans fan. We've watched him literally grow through Hollywood. We watched him grow through sitcoms. We watched him go through the heartaches of being in the business and the best parts of being in the business. And I think right now he's at his gloat tier.
He definitely is.
I call it the gloating.
I mean, he's earned his way to where he's at.
You can't deny him. Like we've watched him come from the little brother. So now he the man on the table, and I love this for him.
It's his time for sure, but he definitely had to take that. Like I went to the comedy show that he did here earlier this year in January and met him and stuff.
It was dope.
It was the best to me, and I was front and center. Okay. I was like, I'm gonna
be honest. My fear is going to a comedy show and they roasted the heck out of me.
Yeah, he didn't do none of that. I listen, front and center. Front and center, you would think, but no, Marlon has matured.
Okay.
So his content.
That's why I don't go to comedy shows.
True. No, but his content has totally matured to the point where he is taking his grief and turning it into art.
Okay.
Like that's where he's at now, and he's so articulate and so meaning. Like I literally watched. He had an interview this morning. I watched about it, and the thing is, he's experienced a lot. About the movie. Yeah. Just what it meant to him and how he had to grow through that.
That's what made me ask that question. I feel like our meaning and our reasoning behind doing things should be our engine.
Absolutely.
I think that a lot of time we get so discouraged by the first tester going out as a ex-narcotic seller. Let's just say this: the tester was what got the people to come back.
But that's not even. But that's the same thing when you're talking about criticizing some of these podcasts for putting testers out. Like they're making a platform to give that opportunity to anybody. They might not make it perfect or make it great, or it might not be for you. Just accept that it's not. My bad. Just accept that it's not for you.
No, but okay. What I'm saying is like.
But it could inspire somebody. It's going to reach an audience. Somebody's watching that person.
But do you feel like the surplus of it is needed? You get what I'm saying? Like if there was. Okay. I'm going to my genre. I'm not gonna go into yours. I'm gonna go to mine.
Yeah.
There's a million rappers now.
Right.
How do you set yourself apart and be different? You see what I'm saying? Like prime example with you.
Feeling.
But prime example with me and you, right? I'm gonna put this out there. She's probably not gonna say this. I think that you like my rap music way more than you like my R&B singing.
I think your rap music has more layers and is more complex.
You see how she answered that politically correct?
But it doesn't mean but it's easy for me to say that because your R&B music's not bad. It's not bad.
It's not for you, you said.
Context-wise, gosh, this might... Context-wise, because I know you, it feels a little too close. All right, whatever, we get it. But as far as like execution, I feel like you talking about levels, it's still primary. And
Rapping,
I know...
the rap?
No, just the R&B.
Okay.
Like...
It's needed though, right?
You
now.
have the and that's fine.
I feel like
it's
going to
grow though.
Yeah.
I've seen everything else you talked about. It's grown, so I know that it's gonna grow. It'd be different if like you can sing it all, and I'd be like, you need to turn this off.
If I sound, and again, that's like you said. I get what you said. Be optimistic to. At least.
It's not even optimistic. It's just I see what level. Like people are at different levels. Like you said, you're in a different space in what you're creating. That's like if I shifted from acrylic paint to oil paint.
Oil-based paint,
yeah.
I know a little
familiar.
bit.
Okay, look at you. I'm familiar with acrylic, but oil is different. Oil takes longer to dry. It has a different process. There's different ways to achieve what I already know how to achieve in acrylic paint. So I'd have to work my first oil paint.
Just like that
look
preschool
like trash.
stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's going to take
not
me a bit to
preschool
work.
for you, but I'm saying like.
Yeah, that's why I said primary.
Okay,
Yeah.
I get it. I just feel like.
But it's still good. It's still good. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, I just feel like in my behalf of how I look at things, I feel like we put so much out and it kind of get oversaturated in the market, and that's what drains the need for it.
Quality.
Yeah, like it's that's
tricky.
that question over quantity over quality.
It is. It's a tricky balance for sure. You don't want to discourage anybody from getting in their head and not doing something. Remember that word autonomy? I said that before about people.
Explain it again, because I'm.
Nah, you're good. Okay. So I'm really big on autonomy because to me, it's learning how to make a decision and govern yourself for yourself, despite external values or external influences. It's so easy in our community to be like, well, my homegirl said this, and I saw this, and I saw that on TikTok,
right.
And somebody said that, or share 7, sprinkle. Do you know how to make a decision within yourself and your body? Do you know what feels right for you and how to navigate that for you?
Right.
So when it comes to being creative, we might some of us are meant to make mistakes. We are here to constantly learn from our mistakes, and then we get better with time. So it's just learning to be okay with all of it.
Yeah.
Like I know you want to talk about it, but I think it's just okay with being okay with all of it. You talked about starting a brand over and over again, but you've gotten better every time
I create. Yeah.
Exactly.
So I get it. Maybe.
What's your goal?
Yeah, I'm not seeing like some of the reasoning.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like I get it.
It just feels impulsive.
Yeah, it feel like I see them doing. Let me do it. Me too. I'm not saying, but I'm not saying. Right I get, but see. This is why our conversations had to become a podcast. It's like we understand each other, and then it's like, no, I get your perspective. Now it don't make me fully retract my statement, but it does make me say like, I can see where you're coming from.
Exactly.
But this is another thing that I want. This is why I branched off into this also, because I think that we got to stop being afraid to ask for help.
Agreed. That's a tough one.
I'm not gonna be a musician, a football player, and come into the art world and say, oh no, I got it. No, I need to learn direction from people. I need to learn how. There were books called How To. And then it was
like for dummies.
That's what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
That was then they made a series like, how to fold a paper plane for dummies.
This for dummies. All that for dummies.
And I think it was just so blunt that people started to be like, nah, I didn't like that. I love that series actually. It breaks down,
instructions on how to do certain things, processes and stuff like that.
And I think that's the issue. That's my problem with the black culture right now. We are afraid to ask for help. Now,
I think, yeah.
But
Where you going?
No,
Where
I
you
ain't
going,
gonna do it.
Rambo?
I ain't gonna do it because I ain't gonna do it. We'll talk
Where
about
you
that
going, Rambo?
We'll talk about that on another episode.
No.
Nah, we got to because I know that that's gonna be crazy. Another current event I wanted to talk about also is how do you feel about I had to ask you this again. The whole AB on It Is What It Is podcast. How do you feel about that? When he was flirting with Stat. Shout out Cam and Mace. I am a podcast connoisseur almost. I watch everybody's podcast. I love what y'all doing. I love y'all thing over there. Keep it going. Pause, because they play the pause game.
You want to bring that back though? Okay. Yeah. Where I stand on that?
Yeah.
I believe that.
And you already know my next question. But go ahead.
I think I do, but I feel like Cam handled that the way he needed to because it was something that was understood and communicated before they got in front of the cameras.
Right.
Of like, these are the boundaries, these are the rules. Don't do this, don't do that. I think he got up there and he still kept doing it. And
I seen more footage on it too. I got 2 more questions. Go ahead.
Okay. Well,
no, it's not loaded up to basically.
No, it's cool. No, that he just kept doing. He continued to ignore Cam, and so my thing to you was just kind of like, when you enter into someone's rules and they tell you to take your shoes off at the door, you don't keep running back to the door and putting your shoes on.
You know what? I meant to tell you. I want to give you some kudos for this. That was his exact analogy. But it was used like if I come in, I talk to your little sister, and I tell you stop talking to my little sister, you're like, respect my my
because that's what it was. That's how I saw it. That's why everybody's like, oh no, she should have stopped him. No, there was a man literally. Look, you stay out of man's business sometimes. Like
right.
You got 2 men in the room. I might mediate, but you're not gonna catch me trying to tell y'all what y'all already established and what y'all should and shouldn't do.
Right, but I think that my only problem with Cam is
what's the problem?
After the episode, or not even after the episode, you can hear him. I think I guess there were clips that were leaked out, and basically one of the clips was him trying to talk to Cam through the window, and then the other clip that I didn't like was the fact that he called him a junkie.
Cam did.
Yeah, whether he is or isn't, I don't feel like that was a.
You don't have to get disrespectful.
Yeah, you could. No,
he could have ended on a high note.
Yeah, he already did it.
He did, right? He did, and then he still dropped.
And then he went back, But is that just his from because of where his background is from, or is that just I don't know.
I think it was residual frustration. Yeah, when I talk about emotions, like when y'all get emotional and y'all say men get emotional too, and I think in business when y'all get emotional, y'all say things and don't realize that they're stemming from emotions because you could have just held that.
Right,
you had to say all of that.
And that's facts.
But you had to, like you said, I got to get it off. So
that's my favorite thing. I got to get it off. Man. Pause, Cam and Mace. I don't want to be on y'all. I don't want y'all to put me on y'all clip and be like, yo,
No.
I agree with you, Cam. You did the right thing, as my co-host is saying here. You did the right thing too for women. Yeah, stand up for your sister. I love that. I think that afterwards it was just like, all right, it's done. You kind of like overdid it,
Yeah, but hey, we human.
AB,
sometimes
you gotta
sometimes
do better.
feel like you gotta. Yeah,
you gotta get better, AB.
And I'm glad you brought that up too. Not to even try to like completely take away, because I don't know if you had any more questions from that. But we've had conversations about men not protecting women in this area in that same manner when it comes to like how you speak to women and how you conduct with them. Probably so for me, it's like I have cousins and things like that, but no one's running around here, being all scary.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna check him for saying that to you. So I feel like that's I don't want to say a northern thing, but that's something a lot of people don't see a lot of. So that's why I didn't have no problems with it. To see it, to witness it.
Well, I'm just gonna say this what AB was doing, to me personally, that's what's messing up the dating world or the meeting and greeting women. It makes it uncomfortable for women to be in a room with men now. These are the problems. AB, by far, I love you as when you were boxing in your prime. Like Cam said, man, you have a great. I see it. He got a career for TV.
Yeah,
his charisma is there, his energy. For sure. But what I will say is this: you got to kind of know when to scale back.
Yeah.
Not everybody is wanted to be hit on, And
I think it's a self-control thing.
Yeah, I had to learn that too as a man. Yeah. It's just things that we miss in certain aspects.
Yeah.
But yeah. So lastly, before we get out of here, guys, Adeana, I want to know this straight from you. What do you want to see from me as a co-host here at the OffTheShelf podcast for you?
As a co-host, I want the same respect that we just talked about.
Oh, so you want me to? Oh.
No, I'm just saying, like, if we have guests.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that was player though. I like that. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, no, I do want the same respect and to give you the same respect because we're gonna have different guests. And we've kind of talked about that in terms of just you can't control how people act, but ultimately we got to know where our levels are, where our safe words are, where, you know, because we want to have real conversations. I don't really want to pull anybody in here just to gloat and brag on them about who they are. Like, I want to know what their perspective and their story is too.
Right.
So I do, you know, hold you to that. I would also expect you to hold me to grow as well as a person and continue to push me out my shell when needed.
Yeah.
Continue to put me in spaces that I might not be familiar with, but I'll get familiar with.
Yeah.
You know, because like I said, I'm new to this, you true to this, but I'm a quick learner.
We definitely gotta go to Atlanta.
Okay, that's not a problem.
No, we gotta do we gotta do Atlanta. We gotta go to Atlanta.
Not a problem.
I'm gonna tell you why afterward, but we gonna get this other interview set up.
Like I said, ideas just be dropping in your head nonstop.
What I would love to see from Adeana is just being great, and continuing to take the challenges that come with this, because I know you probably be like, yo, what? How does he? Whoa. Listen, I'm gonna tell everybody right now, I am a lot. To deal with me, to be around me, to even coexist with me is a lot, because I know I'm always thinking of new innovative things. Like, prime example, a lot of people don't even know this. Let me give it a little gem. The podcast was before what else we got after y'all. I had thought about doing this in a sudden instance.
In a whole different
atmosphere. About
something totally different.
And
I was not really with the idea when you gave it either.
And then it cooked. Now look where we're at. So I think I am an innovator. You know.
He's a creator for sure. Creator, generator. Yeah. I think you definitely have the energy to keep going with things. I admire that and appreciate that because I know that's not my strength. Not to say I'm not smart. I just know you've also encouraged me to like stop being in my head.
Yeah.
So much. I kind of negotiate with myself about what I think I want to do or don't want to do. And I'm definitely learning, like you said, starting sometimes is the hardest part, but also just putting the perfectionism stuff out the window and correcting yourself as you go. Right. Yeah.
This is episode 1. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and being a part of this journey. We got more episodes on the way. We have our first guest coming soon. We ain't gonna tell.
We do. We working on it.
Yeah, we ain't gonna tell y'all who it is. We gonna wait. We
definitely gonna wait. They don't need to know right now.
All right.
They'll be all right. We got a couple of guests in the queue.
Would you say it's like kind of like my?
Nope. I wouldn't say nothing.
All right, man.
I'm not playing with you.
This is Off the Shelf podcast. I am Rambo fam. I'm here with the beautiful Adeana. Thank y'all for tuning in. Easy.